So when I think of cryptocurrency, and pardon my ignorance, everybody, the first thing that comes to my mind is kryptonite and Superman. Um, like literally, I'm like, kryptonite, they got kryptonite in America now. We don't have to go to Krypton. Superman fan here, obviously. So I have to ask, for me and for everybody out there who thinks cryptocurrency has something to do with Superman's financial status, what the hell is cryptocurrency? Can I go to the Gucci store and buy me a bag with it? King.
So it depends on if you talk to the store owner, right? Cryptocurrency essentially is just digital currency. It's just currency that lives online, right? Just to keep it very simple. But a quick.
So wait a minute, hold that thought. So it's like stock.
Not really. People are using that stock because since it's very new and it's still in price discovery.
Stock is really just a piece of paper. It's not literally money. And so then cryptocurrency is not literally money. It also is just digital.
It is a digital store of value or money, depending on what people use it for and what they like it for. So for some people, they say money. Some people say store of value.
Well, and also too, because cryptocurrency is money, you have to remember money has 3 stages, right? First, it's a store of value, then it's a medium of exchange, then it's a unit of account. All you need is time. We've proven that Bitcoin is a store of value, and cryptocurrencies cannot currently be spent at the Gucci store, but Bitcoin doesn't have to, because gold is not spent at the Gucci store, but it's considered money, and it has a $10 trillion market cap.
I like that. Now I'm understanding now. When you say gold, yeah, I can't go to the grocery store and get me my bread in exchange for gold, but gold definitely has value. Okay, so I understand its value now. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, so it's the great thing about the cryptocurrency space is crypto, it's a technology, it's an industry, and it's an asset class. A lot of people are attracted to the store of value, right? The currency, but the technology has transformative powers in terms of intellectual property protections, identity management, to allow people who couldn't participate in the traditional financial system to now be able to participate. So it's hard to give one definition of crypto because, again, there's so many access points for people to participate, whether you are interested in the technology, the industry, or in the asset class in terms of the new financial instrument.
That's an important point when you think about that. It's important for people to understand that there are over 8,000 different types of cryptocurrencies. And a lot of times when I talk about it, I talk about it more broadly as crypto assets. The OG in the space, even though technically there were other digital currencies before Bitcoin, Bitcoin is really the OG because it's the game changer. But there are a number of other ways that you can use cryptographically secured assets that function in a number of ways. So it's definitely not a monolith, and it takes time to understand the difference, for example, between Bitcoin or Ethereum or all the other coins. They have a name for them. We're not going to say it on this TV show to honor Miss Tammi. But there are a lot of different ways that these cryptocurrencies function. And so it's really important to learn about the different types so that you know that those that are most accepted for a currency, those that are often invested in and held. And so that's one of the things that people really do have to understand in DYOR, or do your own research.
Okay, well, good thing I don't have to do that today because I'm talking.
We got you, Tammi. We got you.
So listen, I want you all to explain this as you're explaining 1 + 1 = 2 to a baby, because honestly, what I think, the reason why I think most of us, and by us, I mean Black folk, the reason why we don't jump into things is because we're not familiar with it. And then once we hear about it, it seems so complicated that we don't want to invest or take a risk on it because we think we could never learn what it is or how it works. And so tonight, I think my goal is to share with Black people exactly how cryptocurrency works in a real way to benefit them, if that makes sense to each of you. So when we say cryptocurrency, we're referring to specifically what, Isaiah?
So Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, and then there are other cryptocurrencies.
But when you say cryptocurrency, it's a new word to most. The word itself is new. So you say cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. That's like saying, adios means adios, and you still don't speak Spanish.
Yep, and all that means is cryptocurrency, crypto secure currency, money, secure money.
Secured money. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. See, yeah, you got to treat us like a baby here. You like literally a baby. So cryptocurrency is secured money. Love it. Look, we done learned already. King. Are we on to something?
Yeah, I mean, and with that, just the easiest way to how it comes about and everything. Humans, basically, the way Bitcoin specifically is made is that your computer solves an incredibly hard math equation that humans can't solve. So everyone who downloads the software is free to use. It's open source, which means anyone can download it and use it. As soon as you
download what? Download what?
The Bitcoin software. So it's a software, actually. It's a protocol. You can just go online and download it. Anyone
so before you get to that, though, King, so cryptocurrency is secured money. And then there are types of secured money. Bitcoin would be one of those types of secured monies. Is that correct, King?
Right.
Okay. So then Bitcoin itself has a software that can be downloaded, but there are several other cryptocurrencies that have software that are different types of software that can also be downloaded. Yes. Am I on the right track here, King?
On the right track.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so once you download software, I'm going to stick to just Bitcoin because all those different protocols and softwares have different things going on with them. So the widely one, of course, is
Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is the most popular as well.
Yes, the first one, most popular, is the one that came in today at $47,000 and some change. But once you
smiling, that means you got it and you probably loaded right now.
Not enough. No one has enough, right? But once you download that software, in order to get Bitcoin, basically your computer solves a very difficult math problem that humans can't solve. And once that math problem is solved, the new Bitcoin appears every 10 minutes. So you download the software, computer solves a problem. And the reason why it's secure is because the more people that download the software, that means you need to hack at least over half of those computers, at least 51%, in order to take over the entire network, which means I need to hack computers in Alabama and Germany and Afghanistan and New York, everywhere across the world, at least 51% of those in order to take over the network, which is incredible.
And that is why it's called secured currency.
There it is. That's where the security we in here.
We on the road.
Feeling great, buddy. Okay, hold on. I think y'all saw my bra. I got excited. I get excited about currency of any kind. Okay, so that's why we call it secured currency, because it takes 51%. You have to hack at least 51% in order for it to be non-existent or fundled with, I guess.
Correct.
Wow. Oh, they're telling me we have to take a break. I'm sorry. I got too into it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk about the latest billionaire to do big on Bitcoin. So don't go anywhere. We're coming right back on the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. You could be the latest billionaire too. Shoot. Yeah. Welcome back to the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. My favorite topic, currency. Yeah, currency of any kind. Please welcome, cryptocurrency tonight, everybody. I am here to educate my people. Do you understand? We are about to get that ship and take it on back with cryptocurrency. Please welcome Professor at Penn State Dickinson Law School, Dr. Tanya Evans, also the founder of the National Policy Network of Women of Color in Blockchain, Clev Mizador, and the co-host of the Gentlemen of Crypto YouTube live stream and podcast, King Bless and Isaiah Bitcoin Zay Jackson. I'm going to go to some of our soulmates, if you all don't mind, because they're in the chats here. Let's see. Naparazi Magazine says, oh shit, gold. I guess that I wasn't the only one that it clicked with. And then Incognito says, Tammy, how do we know cryptocurrency is here to stay? In other words, how do we know for sure it won't disappear in time or is just a fad? Well, yeah, they used to say that about rap music, but I'd like to say, whoo, the financial gain for rap and hip hop has been tremendous, honey. Is that where cryptocurrency is going? Or are we looking more at a Milli Vanilli type situation here? Clev, you want to take that?
Yeah, Black people, we are so risk averse, right? And that's one of the reasons we tend to be late to the game often, right? We want to make sure that everything is okay. I can assure everyone, crypto is here to stay. It's a space that's been around for about 12 years. There are so many people who are actually making money off of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but there's also people creating companies off of the technology blockchain. And, for Black people, we have to make sure as we go into this digital economy, this innovation economy, that we are leveraging all technologies to build wealth.
Okay, Tanya, you wanna answer that? Will it be here?
Yeah, this is not going anywhere. It's definitely here to stay. And here's how you know: when big money and big business get into the game, we're probably, it's way past time for us to get in. You can get Bitcoin and at least a couple of other crypto, if I'm not mistaken, on Cash App. PayPal is in the game, Visa, MasterCard. For goodness sake, Congress is even talking about it. We have big, blockchain bills that have moved out of subcommittee into regular committee for the first time last year. There was discussion about a digital dollar using some of the technology from the cryptocurrency ecosystem in a slightly different way. It's not Bitcoin, but if Congress is talking about a digital dollar and blockchain proposals and the possibility of central bank digital currencies at the reserve level, that means it's here to stay. They're taking interest in it and they are participating. And that means that we, at a bare minimum, have to learn about it. Whether you buy or not, that's a separate issue, but becoming educated to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, that's where we need to be.
Yeah.
I would disagree.
Go ahead, Isaiah.
I would disagree. We do need to buy it. Even if people, when you say, even if you don't buy it, study it, I think you do need to buy it. And it is here to stay, simply because those reasons that Clev and Tanya just said, but also too, the second biggest donor to Joe Biden owns a crypto exchange. So we're starting to see in the political world that once politicians get involved, they make the laws. A lot of politicians have Bitcoin now. Their kids have crypto. They're not going to make laws to make it go away. And in fact, every time you ban Bitcoin, the value increases. So you can't ban Bitcoin anyway because prohibition doesn't work, right?
Wow, that's crazy. Y'all, I swear to God, this is so good tonight.
And so many people think that it's hard to buy cryptocurrency, and it's really not. I tell people you can actually put crypto on layaway. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin.
Now that's how you talk to Black folk. We can do it on, we can put it on layaway. Are you kidding me? I still got a bicycle on layaway from 1979. I'm still paying on at Kmart, but then Kmart went out of business a whole bunch of places. But you're saying it's crypto not?
No. You can, wherever you buy it, you can put $10 each month towards Bitcoin, $100 each week. So just get in it, as Zay is saying, and you can do it, as Tanya said, on Cash App, on PayPal, or on exchanges, Binance US, Gemini. But there's also a lot of different ways for people to use it to actually make purchases as well. There's a marketplace out there.
Okay, our chat room is going crazy. So let's go. Go ahead, King.
I was saying, just for the baseline of why it's also here to stay. I mean, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the genesis of them is that they're peer-to-peer, which means you don't need banks, you don't need government. All you need is one other person. So if only Bitcoin, Zay and I were the only two people on the planet using Bitcoin, no one else, it would still work and you can use it. So it's here to stay just because it's peer-to-peer. But also when people ask it, it's here to stay. It's here to stay if you want it to. Like all things on the world and the planet, I don't know why people forget this. It's like we want it to stay. If we want this to be the thing, then all it takes is for people to start using it. And we've seen it happen multiple times, as Bitcoin Zay and myself have been to multiple businesses in Los Angeles who have started to accept Bitcoin, put Bitcoin ATMs in their location. So it's literally just peer-to-peer. If you want it to stay, it can stay.
Wow. So many questions in my head right now, King. You're talking about peer-to-peer. So does this mean Bitcoin or cryptocurrency can put money out of business?
I mean, from a technical perspective, yes, but that's not going to happen because as one of our guests said on our show, the US dollar is backed by war, whereas Bitcoin is backed by peace. So if anything starts putting the US dollar out of business, you better believe the military and some missiles are going to have something to say about it.
I don't know if that's, I'm not sure I can agree with you on that, because I'm going to a lot of restaurants now that are cashless.
Right, but you're still paying using the American dollar, is just digital now. Like instead of actually using cash, you're using your debit card, but it's still based off the American financial system.
Okay, I'm going to go to our chat room and see what's happening here. Deborah says, question, my coworker invested about 5 years ago, but she couldn't find the wallet. Where did her She says money, but really, where did her cryptocurrency go? Can anyone tell that?
It's probably gone. If you can't find your wallet, if you don't hold your keys, it's probably gone. And that's important. I just want people to remember, if you don't own your private keys, you don't actually own Bitcoin. So no keys, no cheese. You need to own your keys, write it down in 2 places, so you don't lose your Bitcoin. Because I know people I gave Bitcoin to have been scrambling. So that might be gone.
So it's like a real wallet. Like if you lose your wallet, your money's gone.
You lost it. Yeah, you're your own bank. With money comes responsibility.
Okay, Black folks are risk averse. It's one of the reasons why Ebony and Jet are next to non-existent right now for failing to jump on digital innovation quickly enough. So how can we take the fear out of Black people when it comes to cryptocurrency? What are your thoughts?
I think that a lot of it can come from education. I mean, I'm biased in that I'm a law professor, but I really think that we have all spent time demystifying the space and making it accessible. And it's about empowering yourself with information so that when you have new information, you get to make a new decision and not waiting for other people to tell you what to do. That's one of the brilliant parts of this space, that it removes what we call intermediaries, or anybody that's between you and your money, is between you and your power. Remove those people and get your own information, and then you get to pivot in a way that is from a position of empowerment rather than trying to figure it out or waiting for someone to tell you. We live in the information age, but it's almost the embarrassment of riches. And that's why we all work so hard to make this information available and accessible, and to live by example. That we're
definitely an embarrassment of riches. Yeah.
Embarrassment of riches.
King, you said something else that made me think, when you say peer-to-peer with this cryptocurrency, it also reminds me of how this world started. We were bartering. So is cryptocurrency much like a barter system?
It is very similar to a barter system. You hit the nail right on the head. Again, it might be fake money or digital money, wherever you want to call it, out of thin air. But I believe in it, I give it value, and whoever has whatever I need and they believe in it, it gives them value, then they'll accept it, and vice versa.
And I just want to be clear. So you're saying that Cash App accepts cryptocurrency and PayPal accepts cryptocurrency?
They're not. I'm not sure about Cash App. I know PayPal is allowing you to buy it, but you don't control it. They kind of own it. It's just like an IOU that they're saying.
So you don't have your key or your wallet.
Exactly.
No.
They're holding your cash for you.
Yeah, we got it.
About to give me some money on layaway, honey. Okay, so yeah, I think I do have time to talk about this billionaire thing really quick. I think we do. Tesla just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. But Michael Burry, whose life was chronicled in the film The Big Short, says Tesla founder Elon Musk only made that purchase to distract from his own personal dealings with China. What do you make of Tesla's recent Bitcoin buy? Because it could also be the reason why we're looking at, what'd you say, $47,000 now?
Yeah, I would say that this is really a non-starter. I mean, Michael Burry may have some inside information we don't know, but the good thing about Bitcoin is we can see that he bought it and that he owns $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I don't care what the reason was, but it actually happened. And I don't think that's it. I think he'll actually buy more. And even though it may be something where he has some problems with China, I don't think that will affect his business long-term. I think he may have some, things in his industry, but it won't affect Bitcoin at all. He bought it, he owns it, others do. That's it. I mean, and
I understand that he's a billionaire, but look, I can't get in the mind of a billionaire, but my thought is, so do you then take billions of dollars and put it over here just to distract from something else? That seems like an odd way to distract somebody from something. I don't know if that's a good plan or plot. Clev, what do you think about this this whole Tesla, Elon Musk buying so much Bitcoin?
Elon Musk loves to make waves, right? He loves attention, and he loves to, I hate to say, inflate his value in any way. And obviously, a lot of people have gone on the Bitcoin bandwagon, and certainly, his purchase obviously is driving the price, and there may need to be some self-correction, because of that. But at the end of the day, I don't like to focus on folks like Elon Musk, because they have the money to invest, right? And that also, deters somebody who's just a regular guy, in New York City, who's like, oh, that's not for me if it's for him. Because going back to the risk averse thing, right now, most Black people, we have a hustle, right? We're accepting payments in some way. If you're risk averse, create a merchant account. Get into crypto that way. There's so many access points. But I try to not get distracted by people like Elon Musk, because billionaires, millionaires, they're going to keep doing their thing. And for Black people, we have to start building wealth, and we have to get in it, regardless of what the eccentrics do.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for bringing us back down to earth, girl. We're going to take a quick break and come right back on the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul to talk about this cryptocurrency. When we come back, I want to know specifically, step by step, how I can get in the game. Not just for me, but for everybody else. We all want to know. We'll talk about it when we come back on the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. Welcome back to the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. Hey, y'all, I'm trying to get everybody rich. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm beyond rich. I'm trying to get everybody wealthy up in here. I'm beyond wealthy. I'm trying to get everybody a part of this generational health. we need generational health too. A part of this generational wealth. That's where I'm trying to get us all Black folk. So please welcome, we're talking about cryptocurrency, just another way to create generational wealth. Please welcome Professor at Penn State Dickinson Law School, Dr. Tanya Evans. Doctor, the founder of the National Policy Network of Women of Color in Blockchain, Cleve Messidor. And of course, the co-host of the Gentlemen of Crypto, YouTube live stream and podcast, King Bless and Isaiah Bitcoin Zay Jackson. Dr. Evans, we've found or learned today in this first half of the show that we can put cryptocurrency on layaway. We can get cryptocurrency for $10. It seems to be so available to us. So I want to know step by step. Okay. I'm going to give you, let's just start with a simple $100. I have $100. Okay. And it's $100, just income, indisposable income. Mm-hmm. And I'm deciding, I'm like, okay, let me get into this cryptocurrency thing. So take me step by step what I need to do. The first thing is I need to decide which cryptocurrency to get into, right? Yes, definitely. But I would always start, and I think the rest of us would agree with Bitcoin. There are two major players that you need if you ultimately want to buy other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the number one. I start people there. Okay. Ethereum is another coin as well, but let's just stick with Bitcoin. Now spell Ethereum just so people can get that. ETH, ETHEREUM, Ethereum, or Ether is another way. Ether, got it. And if you go to coinmarketcap.com, that's not a plug for anything. It's not something that is paid, but it's a great resource to find all of the coins listed. You can get the historical information and you don't have to pay for it. And that's a really great way to see historical information, right? You can see the charts and everything. Start with Bitcoin. And you have your $100. The first thing you need to do is to have, as we talked about earlier, a wallet. There are a number of different wallets out there, and we can talk about a number of different ones, but you need a wallet. You need a wallet that specifically holds Bitcoin. There's some types of wallets that hold different types of cryptocurrencies. If you pick the wrong wallet, you're going to make a big mistake. So you have to have a Bitcoin wallet. So now you just lost all of us. Oh no! I got to go get a wallet. What, Michael Kors wallet? What is this wallet? What is this? Well, let me tell you about some that are out there. Let's name names. I teach a course called From Cash to Crypto. Everybody starts with a bread wallet, brd.com. It has an app. Gemini is another one that Zay mentioned earlier, and you start there,
setting up account. You don't have to do the same traditional types of signups that you do with a bank, which means know your customer, like all the information you generally speaking have to turn over. You don't have to do that with a simple wallet. You get the wallet, in 10 minutes or less, you can set up the wallet to begin to make your first purchase. Gemini does it, Bread does it. Those are the ones that I would recommend to start. Super simple. You can do it on a phone. You can do it online, and that's where I would begin. Gemini is a really great resource. eToro is another one as well, where you can set up easily with your own wallet, and then you go from there.
Okay, Isaiah, I see you shaking your head. You seem to be in agreement with everything Dr. Evans has said. You take me through it. So now I have $500. What do you want me to do?
Do you have Cash App, Tammi?
Yes, I have Cash App.
Open Cash App, go to the fourth tab to the right.
Okay, fourth tab to the right.
Choose Bitcoin and push buy. That's it. That's how simple it is to buy Bitcoin today.
Done.
That's it.
Well, what about my wallet, my Bread wallet?
You can move it from Cash App to Bread wallet. So it's your Bitcoin now. If it's on an exchange, remember, not your keys, not your cheese. Move it from an exchange to your own wallet.
Okay, hold on, because there's something in there that you lost me with. So once I take my $500, fourth tab on Cash App, buy the Bitcoin, it still belongs to Cash App.
Technically, yes.
See, I got to know that. I got to know that to get my generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I take it and I transfer from Cash App into the wallet.
Into your wallet, yes, where you own the keys, yes. And
so, King, where do I get this wallet? Like, how do I find the wallet?
So it's crazy. It's one thing no one in the space likes to do for some reason, but I think Tanya pointed out earlier is DYOR, do your own research. And I say that to everyone listening because you should always use Google in this space, Google everything. But some of the easiest wallets, blockchain wallet is one of the most popular on your mobile phone. Exodus is also a pretty good wallet. EXODUS, Exodus or blockchain. I suggest starting off with both of those. And
but where do you go to get those?
You can go to the App Store and download them, or just Google them online as well. Exodus wallet.
These wallets are apps.
Yes. Well, the blockchain wallet is an app. I think they now have a desktop version available. Exodus wallet is an app as well as.
What about the Bread wallet?
BRD wallet is an app as well.
Okay. I'm just trying to get people to know where and how they can access this. We're going to our soulmate, to our chat. Juice Man says, behind Bitcoin, what is the next big cryptocurrency that we can make a huge profit on? y'all are all like, Lord. What is the next juice man? Are they coming for you? I think they're coming for you, Juice Man. I hope you got the juice. What is the next big cryptocurrency that we can make a huge profit on right now? King, you were smiling. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I would say, for one, that's a very subjective question. And then two, we were talking about that on today's show. Last year before, for the past few years, all the top 10 coins, there's probably only 2 or 3 of them left every year. And that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe one off. But literally, we just saw the top 10 coins change again in the last 7 days. So I would say stick with Bitcoin, learn the fundamentals of Bitcoin. Don't chase the bag at first, early on. Learn about trading, learn about investing, and then that stuff will come easier to you. Because right now, if you're just going for the next big thing, all it takes for Bitcoin to start pumping again, and that next big thing would just like literally disappear overnight.
Claire.
Yeah, and Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoins. So, and I think we're slated to be out by 2025 or so. So that's one of the reasons Bitcoin is so unique. There will come a time when most people will never be able to own a Bitcoin, right? So that's why you start there. But in terms of that second, Ethereum is that next one, but it's also regional, because I know, like, if you're in Latin America and the Caribbean, Dash is also a good coin. So it varies. I will say, going back to the wallet, one of the things I'm working on is, there's a woman called Tavonia Evans. She has Guap Coin, which is a cryptocurrency. It's also a wallet, but she and I are working to create a cold storage wallet. So it would be actually a physical wallet that people would have. And, as Zay was saying, you can actually hold your own value. this would be unique because it would actually go to financial literacy centers. It would come with a certificate. So this way, these financial literacy centers are all over the country. And this way they actually teach people about cold storage, because that's one of the ways we actually lose our money if we, as Tanya said, don't do your own research.
Yeah, look, I don't get any of that you just said, but what I do get is a Black woman having ownership over some cryptocurrency wallets. I got that part, and I'm ready for that all day. And I know you're ready for some more, so you can hear more about cryptocurrency. So don't go anywhere. We are coming right back on the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. How about that? Welcome back to the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul, where we tackle cryptocurrency today. Listen, I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything with their money that they don't want to do. So let me just put that disclaimer right there before we get started. My job is to educate you so that you can then go and research for yourself and then look at your own finances and make the decision of what you want to do and how you want to handle your money, honey. That's that. Look, in 2014, Mt. Gox was a world leader in Bitcoin exchange, handling more than 70% of Bitcoin transactions worldwide. But then the company suffered a massive hack. And according to investors lost access to hundreds of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency and cash, which they have not recouped to this day. What's to stop something like this from happening again? I mean, King, earlier you talked about the impossibilities of hacking cryptocurrency, but that's not what this story suggests.
Right. So specifically, I said not the impossibility, but how difficult and resource intensive it will take to hack the Bitcoin blockchain. So what often happens is people just mix this Bitcoin blockchain with every crypto. That's what I say. All these projects are different. So it is increasingly, I think it takes billions of dollars to do the Bitcoin blockchain for 10 minutes. But as far as the hack go, the exchange itself was hacked, or that exchange owner did an exit scam. And for those who don't know, Bitcoin, Zay can talk more about it. He was around this time. But Mt. Gox was originally used to trade cards, like Pokemon type of cards. And then it changed into trading cryptocurrency. So it wasn't designed for it. The exchange either got hacked or the owner took the money and ran. And to circle back, that is why we say keep your money in your own wallet, because if you don't own the private keys, as Bitcoin would say, not your keys, not your cheese, the exchange can run off with it. So
well,
PayPal, Cash App.
I can't be mad at somebody who went from exchanging Pokemans to Bitcoins, because Amazon went from selling books to every damn thing on the planet. So, I mean, if you want to grow, but Zay, tell us what happened here.
Oh, yeah. So Mark Capellis was the CEO of Mt. Gox at the time, and they always had a premium on their price, which made it seem scammy to myself, so I never used it. But it was an internal hack or steal. Most hacks happen internally. As somebody who was in IT, the only way to really hack a lot of these systems nowadays is with the internal person with knowledge of the system to hack it, which is what we found out later happened. $2.1 billion was lost. The people who had kept their money on that exchange lost it. Yes, that happened. But that's much like a bank getting robbed and then saying, I don't want to use cash anymore. That doesn't make any sense. That exchange got taken. Bitcoin is just fine. Bitcoin has never been hacked. The blockchain is secure. Other people get hacked. You can get robbed. Banks can get robbed, not Bitcoin itself. So that's what happened. When people see hack, they automatically assume it happened to Bitcoin. Never been hacked before. Explain
the difference. That's a great point you make. So explain the difference between Bitcoin exchange and Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency itself.
Oh, yeah. Bitcoin is money. The exchange is where you exchange money. If the place where you exchange it gets robbed, your money didn't get stolen. That exchange.
So put it in money terms. Okay. Mm-hmm. So cash is the item. Wells Fargo is the bank. Mm-hmm. Somebody comes in or goes into, go ahead.
Yep, they go into Wells Fargo, they take that cash out of that bank, and then that person gets prosecuted, and then that bank branch has to deal with it. Not the entire Wells Fargo corporation across America, not every individual who banks with Wells Fargo.
But if you hack into the Wells Fargo, which is, let's just say you hacked into the accounts of all Wells Fargo customers.
Mm-hmm. You still didn't take away all money.
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
But then here comes another thing. Your money in banks are FDIC secured.
Yes, they are secured up to $250,000. What the banks don't secure or insure is inflation. So inflation is a built-in way to steal your money. So even if they can, quote unquote, return it to you, your money's getting stolen daily, whether you know it or not. So one thing about Bitcoin, even if you're rich, you're still getting money taken from you daily. And the inflation rate has grown. And that's why Bitcoin is important. And that's why Bitcoin hasn't, because it hasn't been hacked, that's why it's secure. So.
Okay, Clev, seems like you want to get in on this one.
No, nothing is foolproof, right? But Bitcoin is very, very secure as a blockchain. But at the end of the day, we never thought anyone could hack Equifax, right? And that was the secure place for all of our social security and credit report stuff. So cryptocurrency is being held to a standard that's really not fair, right? Any little mistake. The space is still new. It's in its infancy, only, been around for 12 years. So there's going to be problems like the Mt. Gox issue. But those are isolated incidents. Unfortunately, they're deterrents for Black people as well. They hear that and they're just like, oh no. Tanya mentioned Congress. One of the biggest problems one of the biggest concerns for the Black caucus, Hispanic caucus, and even the Asian caucus is illicit use of crypto. But at the end of the day, that is so, when you compare it to, the regular dollar, your credit cards getting hacked, those incidents are very few and far between when it comes to cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, we all need a more secure way to own our money, to have ownership of our money, or to be empowered by money. And cryptocurrency is the pathway to that.
So we've talked about cryptocurrency. We've talked about the wallet. Now I want to talk about the private key that you all keep talking about. What is with this key? Now, how do we get the key? And what is the key for? And anybody can take that.
The keys, when you think about keys, and I think we each have our own way of explaining it, but think of it as the way that you think about your public address for your house. If somebody is going to send you mail, and you give people your address so that they can send you mail, but only you have the key to open your mailbox. Only you can interact and actually retrieve it. And that's the difference between a public and a private key. We talk a lot about cryptocurrency, and the word crypto comes from a wonky term, a technical term called cryptography, but it just means a way to encrypt information that you're sending. It used to just be information. Now it's focused on money. And so the way, if I were to send you Bitcoin, you would give me your public address. I would send it to you. You are the only one who can access it and then send it to someone else with your private key. So it's that private and public key pairing that is really, really important. And when we talk about final point, the wallet doesn't actually hold the crypto. It actually holds your private keys. And so that's the way you exercise ownership over crypto. And so I want to make sure that people understand that the crypto isn't technically in this digital wallet that we talk about. It's your ownership and ability to control it that is in the wallet.
So it's the key. And how do we get the key again? Can you explain this to us, Isaiah?
Yes, private key and public key comes with every wallet.
So what's the difference between a private and a public key?
Oh yeah, like Dr. Evans just stated, public key is akin to your public address. Okay. You can send people your address. They can send you mail, like she stated. Same thing with Bitcoin. You can share your public address, they'll send you Bitcoin. The private key is your key to open up or to unlock that Bitcoin.
So then it doesn't, whether it's private or public, doesn't mean it's it doesn't dictate whether you own it or not. That has nothing to do with you owning it.
I think it just means what you can share, right? So the public key, you don't have to be afraid of somebody having it and you losing everything, right? The private key is sort of like, think of it like your password, right? People know your email, but they don't know what your password is. So you're giving your public key to anyone you want because they know that's how they can, drop you some crypto. But that's
how you can exchange your crypto.
Yeah, that private key is your password. That's the thing. If you lose, you might be screwed.
Okay, continue, Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, just echoing what she said. Okay. Absolutely. If you lose your keys, You lose your cheese. Can't
You
say
lose
that
your
You
enough.
lose your cheese.
Look, if I
There you
didn't
go.
learn nothing today, if you lose your keys, you lose your cheese. Each one of you have said that. So our soulmate Rob Allbank says, can you build interest with Bitcoin? That's a great question.
Well, it's funny. The stats just came out the last decade, last 10 years, Bitcoin itself has risen over 9 million%. So if that isn't interest, I don't know what is. And again, we are still in price discovery. And this thing isn't over. It may be a global store of value or global currency. So I would say yes.
Thinking
I gotta
beyond.
go ahead.
Oh, go.
I got to go into break, but go ahead, Dr. Evans. I want you to finish that point.
Quick point, and maybe we talk about it on the other side, is decentralized finance. So there are ways to earn interest on Bitcoin and also different types of currencies as well, to loan it out and earn interest at a much better rate than banks. That's another method of empowerment in our community because we're traditionally locked out of the best parts of finance for sure. So decentralized finance is something we should focus on as well.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back. I can't believe it's time to wrap up already. I need another hour. I need another good hour so that I can feel confident enough to take my cash and make it crypto. We're coming right back on the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul. Welcome back to the Tammi Mac Late Show on Fox Soul, where we have been talking about cryptocurrency today. And I have to ask, real estate or cryptocurrency? I have a feeling my panel has all of them, but if you had to choose one, where would you go with your money? Let's start with you, King.
I mean, I love the real estate game too, but I would have to say Bitcoin right now. Not just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general, because the returns are just ridiculous. It's still in price discovery. Everything is still brand new. That house is going. Honestly, the house will only take you 2 to 3 years in a lot of places right now for you to get some type of good return on it. But still in Bitcoin, and within 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 months, if you know what you're doing, you can see some type of return.
Yeah, this housing industry is booming right now in the middle of a pandemic. Who'd have thought the real estate industry would be booming? You just said something that made me want to ask you another question. But I'll go to Isaiah and I'll think about my question. Go ahead, Isaiah. We're real estate.
Bitcoin. Definitely Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give a couple of reasons, but most of it is because it's provably scarce and nobody can take it away from you.
Okay. Claire?
Cryptocurrency all the way. The future
Really?
Yeah, the future is digital and it's innovation. And if you're Black, you need to be into crypto.
Dr. Evans, you own a few pieces of real estate. I already know. So
I
what
love
you gonna
both.
tell me?
In some sense, I'm a both and, but if I had to choose, it would absolutely be crypto generally, Bitcoin
Really?
specifically. I'll just travel the world. I don't need
Mind
a
blown.
particular part.
King, this is what I was going to ask you. If I would have put $100 toward cryptocurrency 5 years ago, how much would I have now?
5 years ago, so I can actually speak on this. 5 years ago, Bitcoin was at $400 a Bitcoin. That's when Bitcoin Zay and I partnered together. He was already in the space. We partnered in 2016. Bitcoin's $400. So I don't know the number off the top of my head, but that will give you what, 25%. And right now, what would that be? Bitcoin Zay? He has the numbers on all this stuff.
Isaiah, how much would
it's
I have?
about $12,000.
Boom, for $100 5 years ago. I mean, even if you were to put it at the beginning of this year or end of last year, you would have been up a significant amount.
About at 1,000. Yeah.
There you go.
So
I remember
I would have put $100 in at the beginning. Oh, wait a minute. At the beginning, hold. Well, let me make sure. I know I got to wait. If I would have put $100 in January 2021, I would have $1,000 in February.
Nah, you would have about 200 or so. It's
Okay,
doubled since January.
Okay, I misheard. Okay, I misunderstood. Cleve, what can you tell us about the National Policy Network of Women of Color in blockchain, please?
Well, we're all
Where can
about women of color is the fastest growing demographic in crypto. We're having an event in March to celebrate women of color in crypto. And if you're a woman of color, you need to look at cryptocurrency for your business, for your job, or for your wanderlust.
And the book is called The Clevelation, My Quest for Justice in Politics and Crypto. Make sure y'all go check it out. King and Isaiah, the YouTube live streaming podcast, The Gentleman of Crypto. Obviously, we can see it on YouTube. When can we watch it live?
Monday through Friday at 10ish Eastern time. We say 10ish because, hey, we are doing this because we want to. And sometimes at 10:05, 10:10, but we're there every day.
And Dr. Evans, the Advantage Evans Academy. What is the advantage?
The advantage is taking people who are traditionally locked out of tech and finance and introducing them to this space, just like you're doing today, safely, legally, and confidently. I have free masterclasses, and the next one is next Thursday at 6:30 Eastern. Go to fromcashtocrypto.com and let's grow. Let's do this.
All right, from cash, say it again.
Fromcashtocrypto.com.
Okay, that's easy enough. Well, thank you all for taking me from cash to crypto tonight on the Tammi Mac Late Show. Isaiah, Clev, King Bless, and Dr. Evans, I appreciate you all so much. And until tomorrow, everybody, it's a blessing to be in your box on Fox Soul. Bye, y'all.